Hello, everyone. This is James right here. This is my second recording of testing out OBS. You may be wondering what happened to the first one. Well, apparently, I forgot to include something, and it was just a black screen. Look, see, right here. Now we can easily see. I forgot to put display capture. I thought you only had to put game capture, but no, you also have to include this one so that they can see. So I included that. Anyways, today we're going to be doing a simple flight from Greater Rockford to Millard. Maybe wondering yourself, why? Why? Well, because I want to see how good it can be. Okay, really, the gods of the sky, you're really overdoing it. Anyways, what aircraft should we go for today? Now, if you actually answer why, because this is a video, I cannot hear you. So we're gonna go with it. Okay, we're gonna go with the. hmm, hmm, hmm. You know what? Hold on. How many airliners are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm taking so long. It's just kind of difficult, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24. Alright, so there. So, okay, so there is 24 airliners. Okay? 24 airliners. As you can see. Now, I asking Google Gemini, no, not Google Gemini. I mean, I'm asking Google to pick a number from 1 to 24. And the number we get, 6. All right. Now what aircraft is 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I don't fly this, but I guess so. We have to. All right. So airlines, we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19, 20. All right. 20 airlines. See, and we get 16. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright, so Google picked the Scandinavian A350. Don't know why, but okay. Now, if you're for some reason new to PTFS and watching this, here are the keybinds for computers. There is maneuver, which is you move the mouse. Throttle engine, you click E. And when you click P, that causes you to reverse thrust. And since there's no one else in this private server, if you're wondering, not my private server, so I'm gonna have to push back from the gate. Now, take a good look at the controls before I turn them off. You got them? Okay, good. Now, in the last recording, I talked about roleplay servers. I am in 2 of them. Technically 3, but 2. Well, 3. You know, I'm gonna say 3. Right? ATC 24, the most popular one, which is usually used. ATC 27, not really known, but I use with my friends, and the Blue Angels, which is basically Blue Angels. Anyways, let's see. We're on Kilo. You would usually have to ask Tower in these roleplay servers, like for example, Scandinavian 3463 requesting to taxi to runway 25 left via, and they would give you taxiways. Like for example, they would say for me to go to Kilo, which is the taxiway I'm on, and these little things are there. Now there is an aircraft alphabet, all right, that I will explain later when I'm in the air. I'll explain now when So basically, it's like the alphabet, but instead, it has different words for each letter. Like A is Alpha, B is Bravo, C is Charlie, D Delta, E Echo, F Foxtrot, G Golf, H Hotel, I India, J Juliet, K Kilo, L Lima, M is Mike, N November, O is also P is Papa, Q is Quebec, R is Romeo, S is I forgot. T is Tango, U is Uniform, V is I forgot. W is Whiskey, X is X-ray, Y is Yankee, and Z is Zulu. Alright. Anyways, we're right now on 22.5 left. For most airliners, this is how it's gonna go. If it says 0-5, set it to 3. Like click H 3 times. Because right there, H, move it up. Set it to 3. Now for airliner, now for ones that says 0-4, set it to 2. But for these one with 3, I don't really know, so I would say 1. Now, after you're done, you're gonna have to hit full power so you can get in the air. Those things right there on our right is called poppy lights. We'll explain them when we're coming in for landing, alright? Alright. V1, rotate, positive rate, gear up, flaps up, and there we go. Now, if you're doing IFR, now there's 2 classifications for roleplay servers, IFR and VFR. VFR is basically you're staying at the same island. IFR is where basically IFR is basically when you're traveling between islands. Now, anyways, we're right now at 2,000 feet, and if you look on our left from the windows, you would see Baltic Airfield, the only mountain airport at Rockford. There's around, I think, if I don't really know, but I think there's a total of 2 of them. One in Perth, which is Lukla, and the other Baltic.
1,000.
Now you got to make sure Now PTFS, since it's mostly
500.
focused on aircraft and
400.
it doesn't really. I mean, sometimes it does unrealism, but not really that much. But so if there is no crash physics, so if you crash into the mountain, the worst thing that could happen is that you just clip into the mountain and get stuck. Now, as you see, we're not flying over Millard City on the northwest coast. Now, suggestion time. When you're flying, when you see the runway, all right, this is what I usually do. I set camera lock and advanced. Advanced helps you use your rudder, to line up, and also makes it so that you bank more easily. Anyways, we're coming in for land. Okay. my recommendation when you're landing at Millard, if you're coming in from the side, all right, I would recommend put down your landing gear when you're passing this first spot right there, the one where this like little part of the bridge that I'm right now passing over, which means gear up. Now you got to make sure they're fully out so that you can actually land. Now, these are the things that the landing gears may happen. They either tilt forward, tilt back, or don't. Tilt back is the best for butter landings, since, it can be smoother. Anyways, what I usually do is when I'm too high, I usually pitch down my aircraft a bit to 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 turn it down.
300.
With 300 from the air, from the ground. Make sure you have
Minimum
2 red or
200.
2 white, to keep it steady. I usually go for 2 red, 1 white. Maybe a little lower, but I usually use that for
100.
smoother landings.
70. 60.
I'll explain more on the
50.
runways when I'm done
40.
landing. So now watch.
30. 20. 10. Retard. Retard.
I would rate that, not that good, but could be worse. Now they would usually say vacate runway when able, which means get out of the runway when you can. So I would get out of the runway from that side. Now, to let you know, there's these things on the runways called, what are they called? 1,000-foot markers. Basically, that's like the touchdown zone, like where you can land, where it's regularly landed at. These little marks right here that you see on the runway, these are where aircraft most frequently land at. Anyways, now you may be wondering, what are those random lights right there? Well, those are used for nighttime. Like, let's say it's nighttime, very foggy, you can't see anything. Those are used to guide you. Another thing, there's these things right here. I don't know what they're called, but they tell you how far the wind is going. Now, these numbers are telling the heading of the runway. Anyways, more on that. So basically, taxiways are these. They are pieces of pavement with a yellow line. They have multiple different spots, like right there. Those show where different towers would be. This, like where I'm on, would be in the ground frequency. The runway would be ground. Well, I mean, would be tower. And aircraft in the air coming for landing, they would be for approach. Now, as you see, there are multiple options, like infinite fuel, which means you can't use fuel. Legacy handling, which means if you pitch down or pitch up, you won't lose or gain speed. We're gonna go to gate 1, since that one's the most closest and has a gate. Turning. Now, slow down. That's just my friend there. Don't mind him for a sec. Anyways, right there. Usually you should line up on these little line thingies to make sure that you're lined up with the gate. As you see, I am not. So we're gonna have to run towards this entrance right here. But before that, I should show you what the tower looks like. This is what Metlard looks like. This is a board showing what the airport looks like. Simplified. There's a radar, and there's a wind speed. Now, anyways, back into the airport we go. And there it is, our A350 parked on the runway. And I mean parked on the gate. Like that. Look at that little beauty. Anyways, there's actually a plane flying over my house. Anyways, that concludes our video for today. I'm testing OBS, which is right here. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure to like and subscribe and drop the bell if you love this or really want to stream more. So hope you guys have a good day. So bye stars.